well. Spar and Bernstein has been nothing but great to me throughout my trials. I mean, it's 5 years into this car accident, and they never gave up on me, never. And in everything, they fought for me, and I am so proud to tell everyone, don't even wink for a moment. It's you, Spar and Bernstein. My lawyer here, Mr. Barack, has been a cage animal. He wanted to go on trial, but thank God we settled out of court, and it was something that I'm very, very happy about. So everyone, I'm telling you, I'm not just making stories up. You have to use this law firm. Spar and Bernstein is the best, worldwide best.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The outcome of your divorce could affect you for the rest of your life. If you don't have the right attorney, you could literally be paid through the nose forever.
That's right, Brad. For example, did you know that half the money you put into your retirement during your marriage is up for grabs in your divorce? So a disagreement as to when your marriage exactly ended could cost you thousands of dollars from your hard-earned retirement fund. And let's say you bought a house together. Factors like who's paying the bills, who paid the down payment, and whether you're receiving rental income can all affect your settlement in huge ways.
If you're having family law issues, if you're having matrimonial issues, you need attorneys who are going to fight hard for you. Call the matrimonial department, the family law department here at the law offices of Spar and Bernstein.
This is an attorney advertisement. Prior results do not guarantee similar outcomes.
We are live. My name is Brad Bernstein. We are joined by David Squeezaniki. We will be joined by David Squeezaniki in about 15 seconds. We hear his voice.
Here.
We got to show him as well. There you are. There you are.
I'm not joining. I'm a part of the show.
Well, no. If you're not here in the studio, you're joining us.
No, I'm in my studio.
What seems to be the problem making it in today, sir?
There's no problem. I'm in the studio.
No, you're not in the studio. You're in somebody else's studio, in your studio. That's fine. But we do a show here. So you got to come to our studio so we can do a show together. That's generally how it works.
Do I look dressed?
What? You do not look dressed. You look like...
I don't look dressed.
No, you look like this is what you wore last night when you went out.
Oh.
Yes, that's what it
Who said I
looks
went
like.
out last night?
I don't know.
You called me last night.
I did, and you didn't want to join me.
I turned you down?
I asked you for dinner. I asked you out for dinner to join me. And
can't afford it.
You couldn't afford it. Okay, well, so be it. All right. 1-800.
But anyway, seriously, man, listen, I got in the car this morning, and I was sitting in traffic like 2 blocks up. It was not moving. I'm like, so I have a choice. I have a choice to get lambasted or go back to my studio and do the show and not get lambasted.
I have another choice for you, a third choice. Here's a third choice. Leave your apartment a little earlier to get here on time. Because it's the same thing all the time. I'm stuck in traffic. There's a taxi issue. There's an elevator issue. We hear this on the Brad and Squeeze show, I have to be honest, and all the Brad squad and all the Team Squeeze, I'm sure will agree with me, that we have heard the excuses of the taxis, the traffic, and the elevators, and you had to walk downstairs. The Verizon guy had to come. Someone had to let him in the apartment or in the studio, wherever you may be. You tripped and fell. There was a
real studio.
A real studio, right. I know, but that doesn't matter. You're in a real studio, but you're in the wrong studio. There's a studio here that we do the show in.
No matter what I do, I'm still gonna get lambasted.
That is true. Yeah. That is true. By the way, when you were home last night, did you get a chance to catch the State of the Union, where the president gives his annual speech to let us know what the state of the union is?
Such a wonderful, wasn't it?
What?
Such a wonderful speech, wasn't it?
I don't know. I'll tell you the truth. He makes me so anxious, this guy, and I think he makes so many people so anxious that I didn't want to watch it. I said I'll read about it after.
You know, I have an idea.
What?
We should call the Brad and Squeeze show. We should rename it as of Thursday at 5:30 p.m. the Donald Trump show.
No, it's not the Donald Trump show. But what I do want to say, because it was important last night, okay, what he said about immigration, Squeeze, and what basically happens with Donald Trump, and this is with everything he does, okay, is the message that he gives out forms reality instead of reality forming the message. So in other words, instead of this is what's going on and this is how we're going to fix it, this is what a real politician says, this is what a real politician does. Instead, what he is doing is he just ignores what's going on in reality. He ignores what's going on in reality, and he makes his own message up, and that message that he says starts forming people's reality. So this is what the problem is with America today, is that he's not talking about what's going on in reality. He's forming his own messages, and then he's transfixing reality to people that's not really true. And people are starting to believe it. You know, even before we get into immigration, Squeeze, I mean, take, for example, when he was in Davos last week, he said, look, you know, it's cold here. Or we had a cold spell in the United States, whatever it is. You can't tell me this is global warming. Someone has to so this is the message, you know, basically trumping reality. What reality is, science says this, and you can't argue with science. Globally, around the world, temperatures have risen over the last 50 years. It's like saying, you know what? We had a run up in the stock market for 21 straight days, but yesterday the stock market went down. So therefore, the economy's in tatters. Okay? Trump has to know the difference, and he doesn't, so this is what the problem is, between what climate and weather is. Okay? Weather is, this is what happens today. Climate is, this is what's happened over the last 50 years. So it's the same thing with immigration, Squeeze. It's the same thing with immigration, where his message is not really the reality of what's going on, and as a result of it, he's actually transforming what people believe is real when it's not. It's like being in a 3D virtual thing. You ever go into one of those 3D virtual things? You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? What is it called? Whatever it is. So for example, he says, you know, these are the problems with immigration. Okay, one is we have to secure our borders. Without secure borders, you know, America's not safe. And there's no question, okay, that every country has a right to secure its border and know who's coming in. But he talks about securing the border. So, and we're not sitting here saying the immigration system is perfect, because it's far from perfect. Okay, and we want, you know, on the Brad and Squeeze show, we want to fix the immigration system too. But building a wall doesn't secure a border. Because what nobody talks about is that, one, it's very easy to get around a wall. Two, a majority of people who are here out of status came here on legal visas or on fraudulent documents. The majority of people so they didn't come from running across the border. And then when you build a wall, you're not stopping people from running across the border, because they're going to build a tunnel, they'll take a boat, they'll jump out of a plane, they'll catapult over, they'll figure out a way. All right, so he's giving people, you know, a message that you build a wall and we're going to be safe. Building walls, unfortunately, doesn't make good neighbors. You know, learning about, you know, people makes good neighbors. Number two, he says, you know, we want to end this visa lottery, because the visa lottery just randomly gives out green cards to people, which is also not the case. You have to have a college degree or a skill. You have to have be vetted, have no criminal record. You have to go through a long security interview. It's not just randomly hand out green cards to people, and it's giving green cards to people who come from under-immigrating countries. It actually incentivizes people to come to America from countries that don't immigrate to America a lot, so we can really be a land of diversity. That's the whole purpose of it. And the biggest lie that he says, Squeeze, is chain migration. Okay, I am quoting him when he says, and by the way, every person who asks us a question, almost every person who asks us a question on our Facebook page, and we're going to get to that, so leave your immigration questions, always has to do with, I want to get my family here. Okay? And if it was so easy, nobody would be watching our show. Or we wouldn't be getting, why does it take so long? Or why can't I do this? Yet Donald Trump says to the American people last night, under the current broken system, one single immigrant, I'm quoting him, one single immigrant can bring in virtually unlimited numbers of distant relatives. What distant relatives could they bring in? You can't bring in cousins, you can't bring in aunts, you can't bring in your second cousin, you can't bring in people that have a DNA relationship to you that are third cousins removed. There is no distant relatives you can bring in. The most distant relative you can bring in is your brother and sister, which is far from distant. And by the way, if you want to bring in your brother or sister, you're not an immigrant. An immigrant can't bring in their brother or sister. Only an American citizen can. And only after waiting 20 years or longer.
Okay.
An American citizen can't bring in their married children. an immigrant can't bring in their married children. Only an American citizen can bring in their married children. And that American citizen who wants to bring in their married children is going to wait almost 12 years or 13 years for their married child. Far from chain migration. This is, Squeeze. Why are you taking your glasses off?
Because you just spent the past...
Because this is important. Because this is important.
I know it is.
It is important. And the point is that the lie of chain migration, it doesn't exist. It is Donald Trump saying something, the message trumping reality. So finally, Squeeze, okay, after Conan took our idea to go to Haiti, and the Grammys took our idea with the Statue of Liberty, Donald Trump has also stolen the Brad and Squeeze idea by starting off his speech. Okay, I'm going to quote him. Tonight I call upon all... by the way, I think I say this better than him. Tonight, I didn't watch him. Tonight I call upon all of us to set aside our differences, to seek our common ground, and to summon the unity we need to deliver to the people. Sounds like Brad and Squeeze, right? This is, in fact, our new American moment. There has never been a time to start living the American dream. We agree. We agree here on the Brad and Squeeze show that it's never this is the right time to start the American dream, but Donald Trump's American dream is not reality. We went out on the street, Squeeze, and we have been interviewing people, as you know, and asking them what their American dreams are. So what I would like to do now is show Donald Trump, if he's watching, or Jeff Sessions, or whoever may be watching, what people's real American dreams are, not what he said in his speech last night.
Okay.
This, in fact, is our new American moment. There has never been a better time to start living the American dream.
What is your American dream?
My American dream right now is for equality, especially for black women in America. Flint, Michigan hasn't had water in 4 years, and that should be something that is focused on now.
My American dream is getting out of student debt and making sure that no generation has to endure this crippling debt like the millennials have. I'm tired of it. I want to be able to own a home. That's my American dream.
I want to live in a place where everybody's equal. That's it. That's the promise of this country, is that we could all be equal, that nobody is above anybody else. That's my American dream.
The American dream is everyone, regardless the race, the religion, the ideology, we can sit at the same tables and have the same opportunity to say, I'm a free man, I'm in the free world, and we deserve a better opportunity.
My American dream is to complete my education, meet as many people from as many different backgrounds as I can, and to eventually go back home and bring that knowledge to my small country and make people feel like they're mobile and they're able to do whatever they want, wherever they want, with no restrictions.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. What is your American dream?
I was born in New York. My American dream is music, and DJing is the one thing that I love.
My family's from Puerto Rico. I was born and raised in the Bronx. My American dream is to achieve success and prosperity through my hard work.
I am from India. I do hope that each one of us realize our own humanity and start helping each other succeed. We are all humanity, and that's the least we should be able to do.
I am from Poland. My American dreams be close to my kids and my grandkids, be happy, enjoy daily life. My dreams are very humble.
I'm from Suriname, South America. My American dream is to take advantage of opportunities to excel at my talents.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. What is your American dream?
I'm from the Philippines. My American dream is to have a job wherein I can help people to achieve their dreams, which is the most important thing for me.
I'm American. I was born in New York, and my American dream is to constantly learn and grow and use whatever God's given me to help as many people as I can.
I'm from Belgium, and my American dream is to bring laughter and joy into people's lives through comedy.
My family background is West Indian with roots in Curacao, Guyana, and Puerto Rico. My American dream is to live in a country where everybody loves and respects one another.
My background is Irish and African American. My American dream would be to make enough to live a happy and fulfilling life.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. What is your American dream?
My background is Jamaican. My American dream is to be successful regardless of my race, attitude, or for simply being me.
I'm Honduran, and my American dream is freedom. Freedom to do whatever I want to do.
I'm from Jersey City, New Jersey, and my American dream is always being able to fight for what I believe in.
My parents are from Haiti. My American dream is equal opportunity and access to a great quality education.
My family is from Belize, and my American dream is to inspire others and provoke change through the art of my filmmaking.
My family's from Pakistan, but I was born and raised here in New York, and my American dream is to take advantage of all the opportunity that I've been given here.
Everyone has a right to the American dream. Squeeze?
A lot of American dreams there.
Yeah, what's your American dream?
My American dream, I'm living it right now, to be able to actually build a company, take care of my family, and help the less fortunate.
Okay. Like it.
There you go.
Like it. We have one person. I'm sorry? I don't hear you.
What's your American?
My American dream?
What is your?
My American dream is to live in freedom, be able to do what I want, when I want, without interference from the government telling me how to live my life, and to be able to help as many people as I can be able to live the same life. I want to be able to help people become successful, if that's what they want to do. I want to help people to live where they want to live. I want to help people to be happy as best as I can. That's what I want to do. And that's my American dream, Squeeze.
Good.
All right. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. We got two people on hold. Please leave your questions on Facebook. We're going to get to it. We got Belgium Kim, homesick, Skyping in with a fever.
Really?
Skyping in with a fever, Squeeze. That's dedication on Belgium Kim's part. And of course, we will get to USA Credit. And of course, I do have to remind everybody that starting tomorrow, we will be moving our show to Thursday, 5:30 to 7:30. Right now, let's go to the lines at 1-800-529-5465. Squeeze, can you please let everybody know to share? We have seen zero sharing so far.
Okay. Once again, folks, this is the Brad and Squeeze Show. It's a show that obviously is aired on Facebook. Page is called Brad and Squeeze. We urge each and everyone to subscribe or like, follow, whatever you want to call it, on the Brad and Squeeze.
Squeeze, you got to
Forget
speak closer to the microphone because we're not hearing you.
Believe me, if I speak any louder,
No, you're
I'll
coming
be
in and
yelling.
out. You are coming in and out. It's not about screaming louder. It's partly not hearing you. You sound like you're underwater.
It's not me, man.
Okay, it's not you. It's not me then. It's the
No,
gremlins.
it's not me.
It's the gremlins between the two
Gremlins.
places.
So once
Okay.
again, folks, we're asking you to share the show on your timeline and also share it with all of your friends. Get the show even more popular. And also remember to call 1-800-529-5465. Remember to call 1-800-529-5465. And also place your question on the page to our queen, Kim Moore, and actually read those questions off. Can you hear me clearly?
No, we don't. No, you're underwater, but I'm letting you talk because you say it's not you.
It's not my side.
Okay. 1-800-529-5465. Please share this with your friends and family right now. Take out your thumb, take out your finger, share this with your friends and family. We do have a graphic somewhere that shows you how to share if you don't know how to do it. But if we don't have it, we don't have it. But the telephone number right now to call to get on our show, 1-800-529, there it is. That's our sharing graphic. And so please share that right now with your friends. Go on, share it to your timeline. Help us, help you, help your friends. So please share right now. That's how we do it. It's a very simple process. 1-800-529-5465 is the number to get on our show. And of course, please share this link with your friends and family. Let's go to Patricia in New Rochelle, New York. Patricia.
Hi, good morning, Brad.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Question. I'm married to a U.S. citizen in 2013. I just got my 10-year green card. So how long after I get the 10-year green card can I put in my citizenship?
All right. So I have two questions, which I still need information on to tell you. Okay. Number one, the time when you got married doesn't matter when you get your citizenship. It's the time period when you got your conditional green card. When did you get your conditional green card?
Okay, 2014.
You got it in 2014. Well, we're already in 2018, so you're over 3 years. So you can file for your citizenship today, provided you and your spouse still live together in a bona fide marriage. So we always talk about this all the time on our show. What is a bona fide marriage? The two of you are sharing the same home, and you're sharing an economic relationship. If you're doing that, then you can file for your citizenship right now. If not, you're going to wait till 2019.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Good luck. If you need help, hold on. 1-800-529-5465. Squeeze.
1-800. I knew you'd laugh.
For those listening on VIP, he just did a quick change. Much better now. There you go.
Speaking.
This is Squeeze in the streets reporting for the Brad.
Now I hear you. Now I hear you. That's so funny.
I feel like I went back 10 years.
Yes. That reminds me. We have pictures when I first came up to the studio in the Bronx on 222nd Street with both of us with our headphones on and DJ Sean there. You're putting on the 90s gear. Squeeze, you're going old school on me.
I know.
You're going old school on me.
Muja Ali been asking me to Squeeze headphones. He's been asking me for about half an hour now. And I've been trying to ignore him. But then finally I came.
Now,
look what I look.
Now I want you to know something. If you actually made it into our studio, in this particular studio, we have current gear. Okay, Squeeze in his studio is going old school. But
I got all the right stuff.
Yeah, you got other stuff. What do you got there?
I got the wireless microphone.
Okay.
Here.
All right. You went all out.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Very good.
Strict budget, but it works.
All right. Very good. Very, very good.
Here.
All right.
Well, anyway, let's get back
I
to
like
this.
it. 1-800-529-5465. Let's go to Marcia in Manhattan. Marcia.
Hello, good morning.
Marcia?
Hello, good morning.
What's
Hey,
up?
Marcia.
Hello.
Hi, Marcia.
Hello, Marcia.
Yes, good morning. Yeah.
Good morning, Marcia.
Question. My daughter, she just got through with her green card like 2 weeks ago, but I would like to know if her spouse could file for me. I'm her mother.
No. you have to wait for your daughter to become a citizen.
And how long is that?
If she just got her 2-year green card or her permanent green card?
2 years.
So then she's 3 more years from filing for her citizenship. Then it takes another year to become a citizen. So you're looking 4 years away, assuming Donald Trump doesn't change the law.
Okay, thank you very much.
Marcia,
Yeah.
Let me make a suggestion to you. Okay, you're calling me on the show, and you ask me one method on how to get a green card. And I told you it's going to take 4 years, and then you say, okay, thank you very much, goodbye. And then you're going to hang up, and you're going to live here out of status for the next 4 years, or maybe longer. Why wouldn't you say, I'm just asking, why wouldn't you say, is there other options for me, Brad? What can you do to help me?
Well, that's true, but wasn't just thinking at that time.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
I'm not really calling you out. It's
like a big turn off when they said 4 years. Oh my!
I understand.
So long again. Yeah.
I totally get it. And by the way, I'm not calling you out particularly. What I'm trying to do is to teach everybody that just because one way is closed doesn't mean there's no other ways. I'm not saying there is or isn't, but what you should be thinking and what everybody should be thinking. I know it's disappointing when I say 4 years and you're like, oh, shoot. And maybe we're thinking of a stronger word, but we can't say it on the radio. And you get disappointed. But what has to happen is you have to say, okay, that road is closed for me. Brad, what are the other roads? And I don't know what the other roads are, but it starts with coming in to speak to me or speak to one of my attorneys and seeing what all your options are. All right, that wouldn't be my suggestion to you, okay?
Okay, then.
All right, hold on 1 second. All right, when you call and I say, well, no, that way doesn't work, that shouldn't be the end of your inquiry. The next sentence out of your mouth, the question out of your mouth is, what ways do work? And I don't know the answer off the top of my head. Everybody's different. Everybody has different situations. Everybody has different facts. But it's worth a consultation, Squeeze.
Absolutely, and that's the reason why we say call 1-800-529-5465.
All right, let's go to, is this Al in Fort Lauderdale, Florida? Al?
Yes, good morning, Brad.
How are you, Al?
I'm doing good. Okay, I called you like a month ago, and I was supposed to travel to Jamaica. I just making my dispositions. So when I was coming back in yesterday, they did stop me, and they did pull me aside. In the room, the bad boy room is Squeeze talk about.
Right, the bad boy room. It's called secondary.
Right,
Squeeze calls it the bad boy room.
Right. So what happened now, I have my citizen on file that I'm waiting for them to send me the letter to go for the interview.
Right.
So I asked the immigration officer why you pulled me over. So let me ask you this. There is a restraining order for the last 10 years, but everything is, it was cleared up and everything. Why do they still see that? Is it good I can get rid of that?
Let me ask you a question. When you say there's a restraining order for the last 10 years, but everything is cleared up, are you saying that at this moment there is a restraining order against you, or are you saying that 10 years ago I had a restraining order against me and I've been clean for 10 years?
Yes, sir.
Clean for 10 years?
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Okay. Now, that restraining order had to do with some sort of fight that you had with somebody. What happened?
No, sir. What happened? Okay. I got divorced from my ex-wife. She put it on me because she got jealous, and I was walking home in the Bronx. She saw me and called the cops the next day, and they came and, talked to me. I went there, and they said that I came too close beside her, and that was it.
So you had a restraining order against you as a result of a fight between you and your wife. And as you were walking in the Bronx, minding your own business, you just happened to have walked past your wife or on the sidewalk of your wife, or maybe your wife found, or maybe your wife, because people can do this, by the way. If you have a restraining order against you, let's say I have a restraining order against you, I can go find you, run up next to you, and then call the cops and say you're violating the restraining order. And guess who's getting arrested? You are, not me. So so who knows what happened? Now, something happened prior to that would cause your wife to give a restraining order, because you wouldn't get a restraining order unless your wife felt some sort of problem with her security and her well-being. So what happened there? What happened there that caused the restraining order? Not what happened when you got arrested for violating the restraining order. What happened that caused the restraining order?
Nothing happened, Brad. She just got jealous because I moved out and I'm with someone else, and she didn't want me to see my son, to come to the house So for her not to come to the house,
all right.
she put a restraining order
All
on
right, so
me.
what you are saying, we don't know. I have no idea. But what you are saying is that she made some cockabaloney up to get a restraining order against you. But whatever cockabaloney she made up, and I'm just taking your side right now. I really don't know what happened. Okay? The judge believed it, and she had to have said something that said to the judge, my life is in danger, my security is in danger, my well-being is in danger. One of those three to get the restraining order. It's not, judges don't give restraining orders because wife is jealous. Judges give restraining orders because wife feels in danger. So we don't know. You say it's cockabaloney. She says it's not. Who knows? The judge believed her. Okay? Domestic violence is taken very seriously by immigration. So what I would suggest you do is this. Whether anything really happened or not. There's a domestic violence accusation against you, and then there is I was violation of a restraining order to stay away from a wife who said that she felt in danger from me. Those things will come back and haunt you on your citizenship. They certainly come back and haunt you when you travel, as you see. Now, ultimately, if you didn't have any criminal convictions, and this all happened more than 10 years ago, you're going to become a citizen. But it's all going to be questioned about at your citizenship interview. And what I would suggest you do is before you go on an interview, before you travel anymore, have the consultation with me. Let me go through what you're looking at to make sure what you're looking at is the same thing that we're all agreeing that this is what happened.
One more quick question before you go. The immigration officer told me that even when I become a citizen, it will still stop me at the airport and affect me. Was that true?
No.
Okay.
Hold on one second.
You did mention that.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, once again, folks, it's the Brad and Squeeze show. It's now 24 minutes before the hour. I say let's go find Belgium Kim.
Okay. Where is she?
Okay.
Where is Belgium Kim, also known as Rapid Fire Kim, also known as Belgium Kim? I moved to North Carolina Kim, and then I moved to Harlem Kim. Also known as I have the flu Kim, and I'm doing this from home Kim.
I have a lot of names.
Yes, you have a lot of names. Formerly known as the social media guru, SMG.
I'm not hearing you, Kim.
That's how it started.
Yes. Maybe we can figure out how we can get Squeeze to hear Kim. That would be helpful. And please leave your questions right now on Facebook at the Brad and Squeeze Show. And Kim, through her flu and virused body, will ask me the questions. One of the things that people will realize, and Squeeze already knows, is that I'm a germphobe, right?
Yes.
So
Yes,
when Kim said,
except when you have the germs, you want to share with everybody.
That is very true, Squeeze. I'm only a germphobe coming towards me, not the germs leaving my body.
Not the other way, huh?
Okay. So when I found out that Kim was sick, I said, "You and your sick body stay home.
Do not come here.
Do not come here and infect me."
True. That's true. And I even asked my doctor yesterday, I was like, I work in an office of germaphobes. Am I okay to go to work tomorrow? And he said, you should be okay as long as you're not sneezing. But since you're sneezing, you're still going to be spreading your germs.
Now, generally, you know, I'm always the first one to yell and scream that science is science, and you can't dispute science. Scientific fact is scientific fact, and I always say that about climate and weather, especially. I don't believe your doctor. I think he's lying, okay? If you have a temperature, I think you're going to get me sick. Stay home. All right. So Squeeze, before we get into all of this, we are on WVIP 93.5 FM. We do have to remind everybody we're going to be going to our rapid fire round with Kim from her home base in Harlem. We are with Squeeze from his home base in the financial district. I'm the only one who makes it to the studio. But Squeeze, can you tell everybody about our proud partner, USA Credit Repair, before we get into rapid fire?
I can't hear anything.
All right, let me tell everybody about USA Credit Repair, okay? USA Credit Repair is our proud sponsor. And if you call USA Credit Repair right now and your credit is below 700, and maybe you don't even know your credit's below 700. Maybe you think your credit's 750, but guess what? It's not. Your credit changes, I think, every week or every 2 weeks. Potentially, your credit could change. And if you're not on top of it, you may think you have good credit and you don't. You may say, oh yeah, I leased a car like a year ago. They said my credit was okay. Well, you know what? A lot can happen in a year. And if your credit's below 700, you got big problems when you go back to do anything with your credit, with any banking or make any sort of business relationship. So right now, USA Credit, they will check your credit for absolutely free. It costs you absolutely nothing to call them at 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-USA-7177, 1-800-872-7177. And if you call USA Credit Repair right now, they will give you a free consultation. They will check your credit. They will let you know what's good on your credit report. They'll let you know what's bad. They'll let you know what they can dispute. And they'll give you a pretty good idea where your credit could be in 30 days, in 60 days, in 90 days. And that telephone number for that free consultation is 1-800-USA-7177. That's 1-800-872-7177. And what they will also do, which I know they always do, is that they will give you a money-back guarantee that if your credit's not up within 90 days, if your credit is not up within 90 days, they will give you back your money as long as you follow their protocol. I mean, if you're going to go around and start opening up 100 credit cards and having 100 hard inquiries, guess what? You're not listening to them. It's like not listening to Brad. Okay? When you don't listen to Brad with your immigration, you get what you get. When you don't listen to USA Credit Repair with repairing your credit, you get what you get. But if you listen to the professionals and you listen to the people who know what they're doing, your immigration situation may get better, and certainly your credit's going up. They give you They give you that money back. You want to know why they give you that money back guarantee? They give you that money back guarantee because they know if you listen to them, they won't have to give you back your money. They're not dumb. They know that if you listen to them and you follow what they tell you to do, the USA Credit Repair is not giving you back your money because your credit went up. They're not dumb businessmen. They're smart businessmen. That's why they do it. They don't give you a 90-day money-back guarantee because they want to give you back your money. They do it because they say, you know what, we stand by what we do. We stand by our product. We know in 90 days your credit's going up. That's why they give you the money-back guarantee. So give them a call right now, 1-800-872-7177. That's 1-800-USA-7177. And go check your credit. And if it stinks, they will put it up for you. 90 days of bliss.
You do a good job, man.
I do a better job. I do a better job with USA Credit Repair than I do with Spar and Bernstein. That is for sure. Okay? I don't even do the commercials for Spar and Bernstein as well as I do for USA Credit Repair. That's how much I believe in USA Credit Repair.
Fake news.
Fake news. Hashtag fake news. That's up there with the 4-ton shark. Yep. Right?
It's definitely up there.
Up there with the 4-ton shark caught off of Pakistan. All right.
1-800-529-5465. Is Kim ready?
I think so. Let's go. Kim.
Yes, sir. We are ready to go.
All right. Let's go. What do we got?
Elenia would like to know, can the government of Canada send information about a green card holder if they found out that green card holder disturbed immigration law in the U.S. and they want the U.S. to examine evidence on a cell phone? Can they give that to the U.S. government?
Yes, they can. Now, what happens in these situations is if you believe that the Canadian government is not going to share information with the U.S. government, you are pretty naive. Okay? Also, we have shown on our show at least a half a dozen times already, okay, about too much information on social media. The U.S. government is going through people's phones at the airport. They're going through people's phones at border crossings. You do not have a right to privacy. Make sure that what is on your phone, you want somebody to see. And certainly, if the Canadian government finds out information that may be detrimental, certainly criminal issues, maybe other issues as well, they're going to share it with the U.S. government. Now, it depends on what the situation may be. Okay? So, for example, if the Canadian government shares, information that this person has a criminal record with the American government, that's easy for the American government to prove. They get the criminal records. If, for example, the Canadian government shares information that, this person said X, Y, Z, and now they share it with the U.S. government. Well, now certainly the U.S. government is going to be very suspicious of that person when they come in. But, let's say that person has a green card, for example. Okay, they would still need to put that person in deportation and prove these allegations before an immigration judge. So, it depends on any particular situation. Will depend on what happens. Generally speaking, the less you say, the better. What else we got?
Bruce wants to know, will the president get to actually stop chain migration?
Maybe. And by the way, stop using the word chain migration, because let me change that answer. He cannot stop chain migration. There's no such thing as it. Okay, chain migration came from some political scientists from the 1960s. Okay, in some academia, but there's no such real thing, reality of chain migration. There is something called family reunification, where family members try to reunite with each other after generations of waiting to be joined. But chain migration, there's no such thing. Can he stop family reunification? He can if Congress passes a law that says they can. Now, this is the dilemma. The Democrats can certainly get the Dreamers in the short term, but they're going to have to give up part or all of family reunification to get it done. So the question is going to become, who is going to blink first? Is it going to be the President of the United States who blinks? Because I'm telling you, March 6th is going to come and go, and there's going to be no DREAM Act. And now the Dreamers are going to start to become out of status as of March 6th, although it won't happen immediately, because the Dreamers will, they'll have their work permits until it expires. So it's going to happen gradually and slowly. But what's going to happen is eventually all the Dreamers are going to come out of status. Who's going to blink first? Is the president going to blink and say, okay, I'll give you the DREAM Act and we'll deal with immigration later? Or are the Democrats going to blink first and they're going to say, okay, we'll get green cards for the Dreamers, but we're going to cut up family reunification. Maybe get rid of it in total, maybe get rid of it in part, because that's what Trump wants. We'll see what happens. I don't know the answer.
It's just a rock and a hard place.
I will say this. I think on both sides of the aisle, they're pretty stupid. Mm-hmm. Okay? Every time I think the Democrats just have to sit there and let Trump shoot himself in the foot, they do something stupid like shut down the government.
Yeah.
So who knows? The smartest people, I will say this. The smartest people in the United States, which is really a sad state of affairs for the United States, the smartest people in the United States don't go into politics and government anymore. Why would they? Why would they subject themselves to this BS? They'll go out on Wall Street and make money. They'll go to Hollywood and make money. They will do a Brad and Squeeze show. Okay, but they are not going into politics. Why would you subject yourself to this? So it's not that we're not getting the brightest.
Why didn't you follow up and say do the Brad and Squeeze show and make money? You said everybody has to make money, but they do the Brad and Squeeze and
because we don't make money doing this. All right, what else we got?
Natalie on YouTube says, my cousin has been working with an ITIN number and she filed her tax return with her W-2 form. She's doing her adjustment of status. Does she have to put that she's married to a U.S. citizen?
Yes, if you're married to a U.S. citizen, one of the most important things to know is don't lie. It's the lying that gets everybody in trouble. When you are married to a United States citizen, you can work illegally and still get a green card. That's what the law says. Just tell the truth.
Day Chanel asks, apart from the I-130, what else should a brother submit when he's filing for his sister?
Proof that they're brother and sister. Birth certificates and proof he's a citizen. So, and copies. Never submit originals. You never get them back. Submit copies.
Stacy wants to know, I have a friend who's from Jamaica. He came here on a 10-year visa and overstayed his time. Someone sent him to an immigration lawyer who advised him to file for asylum. Do you think that's a good idea? Would immigration question his family in Jamaica and America about the asylum? He hasn't told his family what he's doing, and the reason he wants to move is because he fears for his life, because he actually saw someone get killed in Jamaica.
Doesn't sound like a reason to file for asylum. Number one. Number two, you have to file for asylum within 1 year of entering America unless there's changed circumstances. So he's been here for 10 years. He saw somebody got killed 10 years ago. What took him 10 years? What was the changed circumstance that took him 10 years ago that he saw somebody get killed? Did somebody just recently out of the clear blue a decade later say, hey, I just found out that you watched me kill somebody. If you come back to America, I'm going to kill you too. Now, when you file for asylum, you have to be a member of a group that's in, what is his group membership? People who saw people get killed? I'm not sure why he can't move to another city. I'm not sure. That doesn't sound like a very strong asylum claim from Jamaica. I will say this. These are the two things that I normally see from Jamaica with asylum. Okay? Homosexuality, same-sex marriages, people who come out of the closet in America who hid their homosexuality in Jamaica, those people truly have a fear of returning home. Those are, if what they're saying is true, are true claims for asylum. I'm saying specifically about Jamaica. The other thing that I see with Jamaica is, and these are not asylum claims, these are CAT claims that are done before a judge, Convention Against Torture, which sounds more like what this guy is trying to do, but that would be done before a judge in deportation. When your life is in danger because a bad guy wants to try to kill you in Jamaica, usually you see that for people who come to the United States, do some bad stuff here, then turn state's evidence and implicate some bad guys in Jamaica, and then they're told, by the way, when you come back to Jamaica, you're a dead man or a dead woman. Those people get what's called Convention Against Torture. Basically, it's not asylum. It's not asylum. What it is Jamaica's not going to be able to protect me if I go, wherever I go on the island, they're going to come and hunt me down and kill me. That's not asylum. That's Convention Against Torture, but that's also done before an immigration judge. Those are the two. Now, there may be other stories too, but when you're doing asylum, it's always from different countries, depending on what's going on in those countries. That's how that's generally you see what the asylum claims are. From the African countries, it's genital mutilation. Women are going through these ritual genital mutilations from certain African countries, and then they're scared that their daughters will as well. So you see different asylum claims from different areas of the world, and they kind of repeat each other because that's what's going on in those particular countries. Not to say that anyone has a specific event that happens, and we certainly would go and review it. I'm just giving you generalities.
Right. Lean on Facebook wants to know, how long does it take to get your citizenship after the biometrics?
6 to 9 months.
Charmaine on YouTube wants to know, my priority date is October 24th of 2017. Do you have any idea when I can expect an interview for my green card? I'm filing through marriage.
Summer.
Natalie asks on YouTube, what does applying for adjustment based on the Immigration and Nationality Act mean?
It means you're applying for an interview, you're eligible for your green card immediately, and you're applying to have an interview to get your green card here in America.
Marshallette says, my daughter is filing for her citizenship next month. Do I need to wait until her citizenship comes through, or can she go ahead and start filing for me?
No, wait till the citizenship comes through.
Sean says, if a green card holder wants to drive to Canada to visit a grandparent that's in the hospital, are they going to need a visa?
It's very funny. I've been saying this, okay? I have been saying this, that you need a visa. And then somebody said recently, no, you can just go online and whatever they call it in Canada. But it's basically the same thing. You can't just drive up to the border and just say, I'm here, let me in. You have to get pre-approved, whether it's a visa. I don't know the Canadian process. I do know that you have to do something and get approved as a green card holder before you go to Canada. I was saying visa, but apparently what it is you go online, it's kind of get like pre-approved for something, and then you go. But if you're a citizen, you could just show up at the border and go.
Carolyn asks, my husband, who's a U.S. citizen, filed for my daughter, and her I-130 has been approved. How long does she now have to wait to get her green card? We got the approval letter earlier this month.
How old's your daughter?
Oh, it doesn't say. Carolyn, how old's your daughter?
If she's under 21, it should be less than 6 months. If she's over 21, you're waiting years and years and years. I just gave you the answer to both.
Stephanie says, I visited my husband, who's a U.S. citizen, and only spent 4 months once a year. Is that going to be a problem with immigration when I'm traveling?
You visit your U.S. citizen husband once a year for 4 months every year?
Yes.
Yes, it's going to be a problem because they may consider that you're coming to live here permanently or that you have been using your visitor's visa to live here or work here illegally.
Paula says, I'm asking on behalf of a friend. Her husband died last October and they started filing papers. How can she go about this, or is she still going to get her green card? Since last week she got her paper for her affidavit of support. What can she do about this? Does she submit the affidavit?
Wait, she's visiting her friend? I don't understand what you mean by visiting her friend.
No, she's asking on behalf of her friend.
Okay.
So her friend
got married.
Yeah, but her husband died last October.
Okay, so where is she now? Where's this friend now?
They just got the affidavit of support. Whether she's in the U.S. or not, I'm not sure.
Okay, so the friend has to file what's called a widow petition within 2 years of the death of the marriage. So she needs to contact us.
Absolutely. Rosie says, if your child isn't married, how long is it going to take my kids if I file for them? The youngest is 18, the eldest is 27.
Over 21, 7 to 9 years. So much for the theory of chain migration. Under 21, if you're a citizen, about a year. Under 21, if you're a permanent resident, about 2.5 years.
Donna asks, I have a friend who lives here and she's married to a U.S. citizen, but she has a Siemens visa. Does she have to go back to Jamaica for her interview?
Yes, unless she's 245I. And we only have about a minute and a half to go. If we can bring Squeeze back in and let Squeeze comment on something. He's kind of disappeared from our show here for a few minutes. Squeeze?
I'm here.
You are here.
No one loves me anymore.
I love you. Bring Squeeze back. We love Squeeze.
I can't even get in the screen, but that's okay.
There we go. All right.
I couldn't hear a word Kim was saying.
What?
I could not hear one word.
You can't hear one word Kim is saying. Oh, that's why you can't join us here in our. That's why it's always better. That's why it's always better to. That's why it's always better to be in studio than in a different studio.
No.
Yes, because if you were here, you'd be able to hear Kim. All right, let's finish up. We got about a minute and a half to go.
Great. I've got 2 questions left.
Okay.
All right.
Caroline says, it's been 10 months now since I got my work permit and social security number, and I haven't gotten an interview date yet. How long do you think it will take for them to give me an interview?
About 6 months.
Lean says, my kid's got a preferred date with their I-130. Does that date still stand even if their 21st birthday passes while I wait for my citizenship?
Yes, but now they're going to go into the F2B category and they're going to wait a very long time. It's not a preferred date, it's a priority date. So if you become a citizen before they reach 21, then they're going to stay under 21 for life. The key thing is become a citizen before they reach 21.
Fantastic. The last thing, Monica seems to have a little bit of information on going to Canada. As a U.S. green card holder, you don't need a Canadian visa. Just show your green card. If you have to fly, then you need an entry permit that you apply for.
Okay, there it is.
Aha.
All right. I don't know anything about Canadian immigration. Yeah.
Can I squeeze one more in from
Quickly.
Adi? Adi wants to know, when I get a 2-year green card, then get an A10, does the 2-year count in filing for U.S. citizenship?
Yes. Squeeze, we got about 45 seconds. Prior successful results don't guarantee a similar outcome. And this has been an attorney advertisement. We will see you back at 12 live. Maybe Squeeze will join me here. And in addition, don't forget, tomorrow we will be doing our live show from 5:30 to 7:30. Squeeze, you'll always hear on WVIP, as always. We're out of here.
The proceeding was informational only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein Law Firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easily remembered, 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465.